Hey everybody, welcome back to the Regular Fan Show on this fine Thursday, the first Thursday of the final month of the 2025 year. I'm one of your hosts, Bruce Juno. That is one of your hosts, Vinny Fredericks. We're back on this fourth day of the week. Unless you consider Sunday the first day of the week, then it's the fifth day of the week. Vinny, how you doing?
Oh, we're doing. We're staying nice and warm. Very snowy outside as I'm looking out the window in front of me, but
Baby,
we're staying warm.
Cold
We got lots of
outside.
warm. Baby, it's cold. Anyways, happy to be here. Happy to chat with you, buddy, and hope you're staying warm as well.
Well, we're doing our darndest. I was telling you before this got flat. Found out my tire was flat this morning, so I gotta go take that tire off in the brick cold weathers.
Oof.
And then we gotta go get her plugged, and then probably shouldn't have said it like that. Go get the tire plugged, and then hope all is well. Shout out Mr. Tire. Hopefully you do a good job. The people will know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, hey, yeah, that's why you pay them the bucks. They're supposed to know what they're doing.
Yeah, allegedly. I don't jump the gun. No, I usually my dad would always do it, or I would do it. Different thing, but I don't have the stuff here, so I can't do it. So,
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
that's better than me. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Oh, so you take the. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna get into it. But Yeah, we're back. It's the well. It's I mean, this is just kind of a different topic, but it's the final regular season week of the fantasy football season.
I'm not in a good place. I wasn't prepared to have to talk about this today.
You don't have
I
to
don't
talk
think I'm
about
gonna
it.
make
That I
it up.
just want to know. So I want to know your situation. My league, two league situation is both leagues. Winning, I'm in. Losing, I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much same. But if I win, I'm not guaranteed. I need to win. Well, let me just set the stage. 12
Oh,
man
here we go.
league, top six make playoffs. There's currently three people who have clinched, so there's three playoff spots up for grabs. One team is 7-6, or excuse me, two teams are 7-6. Two teams are 6-7. Three teams are 5-8. So I'm one of the 6-7 teams, but I basically am hoping because in one matchup, the two 7-6 teams face off. I'm hoping that the one that loses is the one that I have more total points than, because then I could jump him if I win. It all starts with me winning. Let's get that out of the way. It starts with me having to win this week.
You know what?
And
What's your percent chance to make the playoffs? Let's just.
I mean, how do you check the percent chance to make
What
playoffs?
app do
Oh
you
wait,
use?
I see. I see. No, I see it. 42.
All right,
I have a
that's
42%
that's
chance
better than
compared
35.
to true. Compared to 89, 73, and 88 for the three teams ahead of me in the playoff push. But the problem I'm running into is I don't know if Drake London is playing, and he doesn't play till Sunday. If Drake London plays, then I'm going to bench Isaac Tesla, who I picked up because Ted McMillan and Wandale Robinson are on bye weeks. Lions
Yeah.
play on Thursday, tonight.
Mhm.
So I don't know what I basically have to start Tesla. I threw Drake London in my flex and benched Chris Rodriguez. And if Drake London's out, I slide in a running back. I don't know. But
Yeah,
that's the situation.
I have a
I'm also
71%
starting
chance.
I'm also starting Jordan Mason because I've given up on Woody Marks and I'm hoping Aaron Jones doesn't play. I need 60 points out of Jahmyr Gibbs. That's where we're at. I need 60 points out of Jahmyr Gibbs. I need Lamar Jackson to remember how to play football. It's not looking good for me.
Yeah, I mean, one of my leagues I got a 71% chance. One of my leagues I got a 49% chance.
Yeah, I think I need to get back to doing multiple leagues. For the last few years, I said one league, that's it. Don't want to take on too much, and here we are.
I mean, I'm starting
About to be over.
Jacoby Brissett this week. And Jacoby
That's,
Myers and Aronde Gadsden.
I'm also starting Gadsden, and I don't think he's going to have a good game. He hasn't had a good
I
game in weeks.
well,
When's the last time
I have
Ronda
a bye
Gadsden
week
actually?
for Drake May, George Kittle, and T Mac and Hunter Henry. So
Yeah, Aronde Gadsden hasn't scored. I mean, he did have 9 points. Oh wait, no, that's early. He hasn't scored above 5 points since week 9.
we'll see.
I
We'll
have
see.
no faith
I
there.
digress.
I know. I'm getting into my pessimistic way here with fantasy football. I give up. And every year I get to this point and I say, I'm done. No more. I quit. And next August, I'm gonna get that text. Hey, we're running it back. $50 buy-in. Are you doing the league? And I'm gonna say, yes, son of a gun, I'm in.
Oh yeah,
And then I'm gonna regret it. But
that
that's
works.
fantasy football for it.
That's how it works. But yeah. Enough about us, because I could talk about fantasy football all day. Um, but a big storyline that we discussed on Tuesday that continues to add flavor. That there's new flavors coming out every day. In the storyline and the transpirings of the head coach of the new head coach of the LSU Tigers football team, who is also the former head coach of the Ole Miss Rebels football team. That man is Lane Kiffin. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Lane Kiffin, for all of you people who have been Patrick Starr for the past month and living under a rock, Lane Kiffin was the head coach for Ole Miss for 6 seasons, and he absolutely turned the program around. Shout out him in that aspect. Ole Miss is now a college football contender,
Yeah.
college football playoff contender, and they've been cooking. They've been doing good things under head coach Lane Kiffin. Now, the LSU Tigers come in and go, here's a bag, and Lane Kiffin goes, I bet, and he heads over to Baton Rouge. Now, upon his
Yeah, what is he? He's getting
departure,
paid $91 million.
I don't remember the exact number, but
That's what I'm looking at right now. $91 million.
that's a lot of money. And I'm pretty sure Ole Miss was like, yeah, we can match it. So, anyway, we move. So he goes, yeah, all right, bet I'm going to LSU. Before the college football playoff, that's something that college football's got to work on. That this should not be able to be like this should. It should happen in the off season. But anyway, he goes, I'm going to
the
LSU.
calendar.
It's like, all right, he's going to LSU. And he goes, I didn't find out, make my decision, whatever, till Sunday. Well, and then he did the old interview on ESPN where they were like, when was the decision made? How did it feel? Whatever. And he was kind of being weird with his answers, to say lightly. So, he says all mad respect for Keith Carter, the athletic director for Ole Miss. I get his decisions for certain things, not wanting me in the meeting, this, that, and the other thing, a lot of stuff, yada, yada, yada. And he kept kind of tying in Carter with all his answers and how Carter has to stay. So obviously he respects Carter's decisions on different things, which, I mean, if true, fair. And I mean, one definite truth is, him saying Carter has to stay, meaning he has to deal with any repercussions. That's true. So then it's like, okay, is he telling the truth? Is he trying to pour water on the fire? Is he what's he doing? Well, doesn't old athletic director Keith Carter come out and make a statement? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't he come out and he says several claims made by Lane Kiffin may or may not be entirely accurate. He says a lot of things. He says, and I quote, Vinny, he says a lot of things publicly said by Kiffin he says that Carter said, the quote is a lot of things publicly that I'm not sure are totally accurate. Meaning a lot of things Kiffin said to the public may not have held all that much of the truth.
Right.
So then, it's like, okay, he said that he was he didn't make his decision till Sunday, and he learned Sunday that he would not be coaching Ole Miss. Well, Carter says, Kiffin came to us Saturday night. Kiffin came to us Saturday night and accepted the LSU job, and then that made us have to work to the wee hours of the morning to then inevitably take Pete Golding as the interim head coach, or the next head coach. And then Kiffin, I digress from Carter, and I move on to Kiffin saying that players had asked him to stay and begged him to stay, down on their knees, begging him, stay, we need you to maximize our college football playoff performance. Well, doesn't old Suntarine Perkins come out on Twitter and go, no, oh no, that's not the best. Like he says, Lane Kiffin put out his tweet about, I'd like to thank God, and I in our meeting, I told the players this, that, and the other thing, X, Y, and Z. Let's see exactly what he said. He said, I was hoping to complete a historic 6-season run with this team by leading Ole Miss through the playoffs, capitalizing on the team's incredible success. My request to do so was denied by Keith Carter, despite the team also asking him to allow me to keep coaching them so they could better maintain their high-level performance. Unfortunately, that means that the Egg Bowl was my last game with the Rebels. So doesn't know linebacker, that star-studded linebacker Perkins, he goes out, he retweets this tweet by quote tweeting it. Well, quote posting it.
Perkins is one of the best defensive players, too.
He's a dog.
He's not just some random guy in the team. He's one of their best defensive players.
Yeah, he's an animal. He quote reposts it and says, that was not the message you said in the meeting room. Everybody that was in there can vouch on this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lane, what are you getting yourself into on national news and headlines? So,
yep. Not even just Perkins.
Yeah.
Their starting center, Bryson Sanders. Good old Bryson. Quote unquote, despite the team asking me to keep coaching, I think everyone that was in that room would disagree. So now, I mean, obviously the players have given up on Lane Kiffin. So do you really expect a lot of these guys to follow Lane to LSU? No. I mean, do you expect a lot of recruits going to LSU? Didn't see what has transpired with Lane Kiffin just today. 4-star safety, whose name Dylan Purder, 4-star safety who had been committed to LSU since March, just flipped and is now committed to Florida. So this Lane Kiffin hire, look, he was the hottest coach on the market. There's no denying it. He was the best coach available. No denying it. But his antics and the way that he turned this situation into a soap opera, I think is going to deter players from going to LSU.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And I mean, that's not all. That's not all, Vinny. There's more to this soap opera. On episode 2, this is like episode 19 at this point, but Kiffin had been saying that, I didn't find out till a day or two prior to me leaving that I wouldn't be able to have the opportunity to coach Ole Miss in the playoffs. Okay.
I mean, what did bro expect?
Well, that's not That's not what Carter says. It's not what Carter has to say about this. Carter says it was very clear that coaching in the postseason was not going to be an option for Coach Kiffin several weeks ago.
Mm.
And he said, coaching Ole Miss in college football playoffs was not possible if Kiffin took another job. The only potential change was if Ole Miss qualified for the SEC title game, but Carter had not decided whether Kiffin would have coached that game either. Oh, boy. Dan Wetzel, he writes a headline story titled, Kiffin is no victim, and he needs to own that he just quit on a title contender.
Yep. That's where I feel like conflicted in all this, because both sides, A.D. Carter and Lane Kiffin, they're both idiots in their own right. I mean, Ole Miss had a very good shot they're already a playoff team. You're a 2-loss SEC school. You're making the playoffs. as like a 6 seed too, not just scraping in. You're making it as like a 6, 7 seed, not even to make a joke. You're making it as like a 6 or 7 seed. And you've been working to get to this point. You rebuilt this program from the ground up. You've been spending the whole last 6 years trying to get to this spot. And then all of a sudden, you throw it away. And I understand maybe he sees LSU as a better opportunity, more money, whatever the case may be. There's ways to go about this. And he went about it in the complete wrong way. And that's why he lost his chance to coach in the college football playoff, which there's no guarantees you're going to get back there. LSU was practically a college football playoff lock at the start of the season. They fired their coach midway through the year. There's no guarantee that Lane Kiffin suddenly gets LSU to the playoffs.
Yes, this is true. And I'm not going to go out on speculation here. I'm not going to. Well, sorry. I'm going to go out on speculation here, but I'm not going to make accusations. Let me rephrase. So I wouldn't. I don't know if I want to harp and hate on A.D. Carter and what he has said or may not have said or may not have done or anything like that because, like I said previously, the one thing that Kiffin seemed to tell the truth about was that A.D. Carter has to stay at Ole Miss. He's gonna be there. So behind the scenes, we don't know what's been happening. You know, we don't know what really happened. We don't know if Carter's telling the truth.
Yeah.
But from what it seems, like with players, what players are saying, it seems like A.D. Carter may have at least a little more truth in his statements than what have been said by Kiffin.
Right. But I feel like if you're the athletic director, your job is to do what's best for the sports programs.
But they were gonna offer. I'm pretty sure, unless I saw this in Fantasyland, I'm pretty sure they were gonna match
the offer. I'm sure they were, but again, they have a rare opportunity here to be a playoff team, and it comes down to what I would hope would just be what should have been a simple conversation between Carter and Kiffin, where Kiffin just says, "Hey, I might not be here next year. You guys should do your due diligence and figure out what the future might look like without me. I still want to coach this team to a championship this year. Next year, I don't know." But instead, Lane did this whole soap opera, not really announcing anything, probably not being upfront with people. And here we are now. And now both sides kind of lose out. Lane loses the chance to coach and go and win a championship, which you never know if he's going to get that chance again. You never know if Ole Miss is going to be a playoff team again. So both of them took what was a phenomenal year for the Ole Miss football program. And, one might be a little more at fault than the other. We don't know. But the one thing that stands true is Ole Miss just took a potential championship caliber season and threw it away because they couldn't find a way to get past the drama of is Lane Kiffin leaving or not.
I wouldn't say they threw it away. I'm gonna say
they're not winning a championship without him.
I hope Pete Golding works some magic, and I hope the Rebels go and they win a natty.
That'd be great. That would be a great story. That'd be hilarious.
That'd be the end of season one. It'd be great. That would be the end of season 1 and season 2 of the
when they moved up.
The Lane Kiffins of our lives. The days of Lane Kiffin. There we go. That's a better name for it. Season 2 of the days of Lane Kiffin would start in the preseason of 2026, and then that finale would be, I can't remember the date, but the day that they host Ole Miss.
Next year, because Ole Miss and LSU are two teams that play yearly. Next year, Ole Miss gets to host LSU.
Yes, I was talking about this with someone, and we were hoping that it was at Ole Miss.
Yeah, we don't know when that game's going to be, but yeah, they're going to play at Ole Miss next year, and I'm sure they're going to let Kiffin hear it.
Wait, I thought they're playing at LSU next year.
No, they're at Ole Miss hosts in 2026, 2027. LSU hosts.
Wait, where do you see that?
I just looked. That's Google AI telling me. Google AI. You never know if you can really trust them.
I was gonna say I just went back through the
But
past couple years, and like this year, Ole Miss hosted. Last year, LSU hosted. The year before, Ole Miss, like they flip flopped, and this year, Ole Miss hosted. So
then that all right. By what you're saying, it would make sense for
because I think
LSU to host
we
next
were
year. But
talking, and we wanted Ole Miss. We want Ole Miss to host. To
yeah,
the college football gods, I don't care. In the committee, whatever, I don't care if you flip flop it every year.
well,
Don't do it this year.
this is Sports Illustrated saying Kiffin's Tigers take on the Rebels in 2026. Game set to take place in Oxford. So Sports Illustrated is saying that Ole Miss
Oh,
hosts next
buddy,
year.
that will be that. That's the end of season 2. This Vinny's favorite new soap opera, Days of Lane Kiffin, season 2 will premiere in 9 months, 8 months, whatever, and the season finale will be at Oxford
Mm-hmm.
against Ole Miss.
Yep. The true I mean, we know I'm a Gator at heart, so of course I'm not rooting for this, but it'd be hilarious if somehow next year LSU and Ole Miss met in the SEC championship. That'd
Oh,
be the
buddy.
true ending of season.
Oh,
That'd be
buddy.
the real
That no,
ending of
that would
season
be
two.
no, that would have to be season 3. That would have to be season 3.
Yeah,
I think you
season
can't
three in the
because think
middle of
about it.
season two.
Season
Like
one's
that's
coming to a
ooh, you know
close
what?
this year, or gonna be coming
That's
to
a
a close.
cliffhanger. That's the perfect way to end season two on a cliffhanger. Who's gonna win the SEC championship?
Or it's
You're
how
right.
do these two
That's a perfect
teams?
cut to
I
start
I don't
season
know.
three.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see what the directors decide, and the producers and whatever. Um,
I really
I
wish
might
that
have
there
just
was
came up
some
with a
I wish
perfect like
Netflix was in
show.
this.
Yeah, like
No,
we
for
might have.
real. I wish Netflix was all over this or somebody and just made some documentary detailing the whole time from Lane Kiffin getting offered from LSU in Florida and wherever else to leaving for LSU. I want to see step by step the whole way.
Vinny, we should. I think we should make a not necessarily a docu series because we're not gonna get Kiffin or Carter or any of these guys to really make a comment or whatever. I mean,
Hmm.
but we should fly to Hollywood with a script. We should make a script for season 1 of the Days of Lane Kiffin. And
Wait,
we
no,
should.
hear me out. Hear me out. We make a biopic. So we don't even have to worry about like getting actual Lane Kiffin or anybody. We just cast some actors and then tell the story from that perspective.
That might become a regular fan show exclusive.
Life with Lane.
Yeah, we'll come up with a name. I kind of like the Days of Lane Kiffin. You know, like the days of our lives, like sand through the hourglass. So
Oh,
are the
yep,
days of our
yep.
lives. The days of Lane
Okay.
Kiffin. So hmm, like uh, like players through the portal. So are the days of Lane Kiffin.
There you go. Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
I like this idea. Maybe it comes to fruition. It all depends on timing and whatnot. And we still don't have our ending to season 1, so we'll
That is
we'll
true.
we'll work on this. And this might be a regular fan show exclusive or a locker room exclusive film, or not film,
Short
little
series.
little series. I love this
We
idea.
can
I kind
cast.
of wanna. I
We
kind of
can
wanna
cast
make
me
this
and you.
I
We
kind of
cast
want to make this
ourselves
happen.
as Lane Kiffin and like
Yeah, I mean,
AD
we
Carter
could
or something.
realistically, we could just have ourselves play whoever. Like we don't need everybody to look exactly like
Yeah,
whoever they are. But
I did
um,
just shave. I could pull off the Lane Kiffin. Start doing some yoga.
I'm writing this
What?
down because I kind of want to do this now. Like this would be lit, dude. This would be awesome.
First step. The first step is creating a trailer,
Well, we can't
and
create
then
the
we'll see
trailer
if people
until
like it.
we've shot the show.
True, but what if people don't like the trailer? Well, we need a teaser. That's what we need. We start with a teaser, and then if people like it, we go ahead filming the show.
Oh my dude, this would be so awesome. I think we do this. I think we do this. To the people, to the viewers of the regular fan show, you can potentially expect the new we might win an Oscar or a Grammy or an Emmy. I don't really know what award you
SB.
get for certain things, but
We'd have to win an SB.
oh my god, we would have to win something, dude. This would be the greatest thing ever. And especially if we did it soon, like if we did it like obviously like most shows that do stuff like this, like it's like great production quality and it comes out like 10 years later. Nah. If we do this in like the next year, like season 1, obviously it won't be like the best production quality ever, but like it would be sick, dude. And like we could get
It'll pick up.
we know people, dude. We know people that we could get to do this. This would be. Oh, dude, you got me. Like, I don't know if you're just like, oh, this is funny idea. I kind of want to do this.
All right. All right, let's go all in.
But I guess we can move on. We can move on now. We spent a half hour or so talking about like players through the portal. So are the days of Lane Kiffin. We can excuse me. Excuse me. Whoa. Keep the old burping. We can move on to the college football playoff. Vinny, the college football playoff. Picture
Speaking
/ranking.
of Ole Miss in the playoffs.
Yes. Yeah. Let's we can take a look at that now.
Yeah. So I got it right here. Of course, top 2 still Ohio State and Indiana. Makes sense. The Georgia Bulldogs have slid their way up to number 3, following Texas A&M's loss to Texas. Texas Tech slides up to number 4. I admit I have not paid enough attention to Texas Tech. I didn't think they were a top 4 team in college football, but I guess they are. I just have not paid enough attention to
They're pretty good.
Texas Tech. Rest of the current projected rankings, Ole Miss is currently sitting at number 6. I'm sure that's going to fall.
You skipped the Ducks. You skipped the Ducks.
You're right. I did. Oregon at number 5. Then Ole Miss. Texas A&M fell down to 7. Here's a matchup. 8-9 Oklahoma, Alabama.
Give me John
And then, of course,
Mateer. Give me John Mateer.
Yeah. Oklahoma looked solid to start the year, yeah. And then Notre Dame, with their cupcake schedule, comes in at number 10. And the 11 and 12 seeds will be conference champ 4 and 5, whether that's Tulane, whether that's
North Texas,
the winner of
Virginia.
I was gonna say, is the winner of the ACC really gonna make the playoff? Duke or Virginia?
I don't really know. All I know is
Duke is a 5-loss team. If they win the ACC, they should not be a playoff
Well,
team.
see, this is the thing. I actually saw something funny the other day where it was somebody was like, "Will the college football playoffs have to put Kennesaw State in the college football playoff?" And it would be, I think it'd be if they were like if Duke beats Virginia, if Boise State beats UNLV, and if Troy beats James Madison.
They'd have to put in Kennesaw State.
Kennesaw State beats Jacksonville State, they'd be 10-3. So there's a route where there's a potential chance that the Owls of Kennesaw State, who historically have been probably the worst program in college football. Like, if you ever played college football 25, the easiest school to go to was the Kennesaw State Owls.
Yeah, well, that was until you had teams join the FBS, like Delaware Fighting Blue Hens.
Yeah, but dude, Delaware Fighting Blue Hens they're the dogs. They're dogs. Um,
Anyway,
but no, I
that would be
personally think
insanity.
I personally think this is my personal professional opinion. I think that the last two spots should and will, well, maybe not will. I guess this is I think it'll be Virginia and North Texas.
Wow, so you think Tulane loses?
I think Tulane loses to North Texas.
Okay.
Dude,
They do still
Mestamaker,
have John Summerall
dude,
coaching.
the QB for North Texas, he's going Power 5 next year. Like he's a redshirt freshman. He's thrown for 3,800 yards, 29 touchdowns, and 4 picks.
Well,
Yes, is the American Conference. I mean, the
well,
American
here's the
Conference is
real
not a bad
question.
conference.
The real question, or where things are going to get crazy, is if Duke somehow beats Virginia,
If
because you're
Duke
not going to
beats
have an ACC
Virginia,
team in the tournament.
James Madison's going to beat Troy. Let's be real here. James Madison's not losing to Troy. And that if Virginia loses to Duke, it'll be the winner of Tulane and North Texas and James Madison, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which honestly, it is a real shame that Miami is not going to make the playoff, considering how hot they started. But that's football. You gotta win the games in front of you. I mean, if Miami doesn't lose to SMU in overtime, we're not even having this conversation. Miami is in the conference championship against Virginia, and it's a different story. But here we are. Miami's not making the playoff, most likely, and God, I honestly I'm kind of hoping that Duke beats Virginia just so we can have some absolute turmoil.
Dude, I'm kind of hoping. Is Miami even? Oh yeah, they are. Even BYU, dude. BYU should have a better shout too. But
BYU really should be getting a better shout. I mean, they're 11-1,
I mean, they've beaten
and
team like they beat Utah, they beat Arizona, they beat Iowa. I mean, Iowa State's been kind of mid, but
I mean they would have to probably beat Texas Tech in the
yeah,
Big
yeah,
12 championship, but
they have a shot. They have a shot. I want Duke to beat Virginia. I want Troy to beat James Madison, and I want Boise to beat UNLV. Um, so we can see the Kennesaw State Owls uh, make it to the college football playoff. I mean, UNLV's got a good shot too. I mean, dependent on how well on if sorry, yawning. Dependent on if they beat Boise, who they lost to in the beginning of the season.
mm-hmm.
Or in the middle of the season, they lost 56-31. Wow, who's Boise played this year? Who are their 4 losses?
I mean, Boise really hasn't done much
They're the top of the
since
Mountain
since
West.
they lost Ashton Genty.
They lost to South Florida, Notre Dame, Fresno State, and San Diego State.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, and they're top of the Mountain West at 8-4 overall.
Yeah, that is crazy. 4 teams at 6-2 in the Mountain West.
Yeah. I mean,
It
those two
would be. I
teams
mean,
both have a shot. I don't know if they'd give it to Boise if
I don't know.
Boise
If
wins.
UNLV wins, I could see UNLV. It really all comes down to that
Duke
ACC
Virginia game.
championship.
Yeah.
Because if Virginia wins, there's only one spot left. I feel like that goes to the winner of Tulane and North Texas.
Yeah, I think it does too.
But say, well, here's the other way. If BYU beats
That's the
Texas
next one I
Tech,
was gonna say.
BYU's automatically in. Texas Tech has to be a top 12 team. So now that completely takes away a spot from either
And Texas
Tulane, North
Tech will stay in.
Texas. Yeah.
Those are the
So
two
now at
big
that
games.
point,
Because
if
if
Virginia, yeah,
BYU,
if Virginia and BYU wins, there's your playoff
there's your
right
two
there.
playoff teams. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Because no team's dropping
But
out. The only team I think that's actually.
I don't know because I don't think losing a championship game should hurt you. Like say you're 10-2 Alabama and you lose to Georgia
Unless
in the SEC championship.
unless if BYU beats Texas Tech, it bumps out Notre Dame.
That's a
Because
possibility
Notre Dame doesn't have a
because
conference
Notre
championship.
Dame and Notre Dame is the 10 right now.
Yeah.
So
I
they're the
don't think I
last
don't think
one in.
anyone else would get bumped out based on anything. Like I don't think Bama's getting bumped out. I don't think Oklahoma's getting bumped out. I don't think
No.
A&M's getting bumped out. Ole Miss no, Oregon
Well,
no.
that's the thing.
Like
Oklahoma is kind of off. I mean, I know Alabama can get a first round bye by winning the SEC, but Oklahoma's already in. They're chilling. They're
yeah.
sitting back, hanging out. They know they're in. Like, there's going to be people say Alabama loses this game that are going to say, well, Alabama has 3 losses. They're not a playoff team. Yes, they are. They lost the SEC championship. That's practically a playoff game. Like, that shouldn't go against you making your conference championship and getting an extra loss because you made it.
And
Like, I
I
don't
want
think
that
that should go
I
against
don't
you.
want that 8-9 matchup to change because that regular season Alabama Oklahoma game was sick.
Yeah. Yeah. And I will say, I'm glad that they opted to make the top 4 seeds the top 4 teams, regardless of if you're a conference champion or not. Because could you imagine if we saw Tulane or North Texas or Duke? I mean, no, Duke wasn't making it anyway, but could you imagine seeing one of these like G5 schools getting a first round bye this year? Last year was crazy enough, but that would be wild. I mean, think about it. You would have Indiana or Ohio State not getting a first round bye when both of those 2 teams are clearly top 4
That
in the
game's
nation.
gonna be just fun to watch in general. See, it sucks that like that game's probably gonna be the game that I watch Saturday night. But I also might have Virginia Duke on because I gotta see because that's the last game. That's the last conference tournament championship.
Yeah. Yeah, both starting at 8 o'clock. I might just have to 2 screen it,
I
throw
was
them
gonna say
both
I'll
on.
probably double screen it.
Yeah, but
Omari and Hampton is
it's gonna be
starting in your lineup and is listed as injury reserve. Isn't it
bro.
coming up?
Why did I drop Kimani Vidal? I thought Omari and Hampton was coming back.
I thought he was too. Let's just put a placeholder in. Who's going to be our placeholder? Is it going to be Terry McLaurin, Adonai
Florida's
Mitchell,
not bad. Ooh,
Kyle,
AD Mitchell had a big game.
Kyle Monungai, or Brenton Strange?
That's another good one. I think the
Or
Bears running
running
backs are a
backs.
matchup to avoid this week, though.
Huh?
I think Bears running backs are a matchup to avoid against Green Bay.
Yeah. I mean, T-Mac, I don't know if I want to start Scary Terry, dude.
Yeah. I do not understand, how does the NFL schedule so many bye weeks on the last week of fantasy regular season? There were no bye weeks in week 13, correct? Like I don't recall seeing a single bye week last week.
I don't know. I wasn't really paying
Oh, well,
attention.
because it was Thanksgiving, so every single team played.
Yeah.
Well, all right, that's understandable, not having a bye week Thanksgiving week, but I mean, seriously, like the NFL knows millions and millions of fans play fantasy football, and you got 4 teams with bye weeks in the last week of the regular season for fantasy football. Like, they got to know better. And I get it. Oh, they don't care. Like, these players, they don't care about fantasy football. They go out there to try to win the game. It's still a money business. It still drives people to watch football and support the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, it just blows my mind that in the most important week for pretty much everybody's fantasy football team, you've got big guys on bye week. The Niners are on bye, correct?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure. So if you have Christian McCaffrey, done. Giants, Wandale Robinson, Jackson Dart, whoever, done. Who else? The Panthers, Ted McMillan, Rico Dowdle or Chuba Hubbard, done. I forget who else is on.
Patriots.
Who the fourth team is on a bye? Patriots. There you go. Drake May. I mean, there's so many guys that probably got certain teams to the point of making the playoffs that now when you need them, they're not even there. It's I don't know. That's my tangent on the bye weeks. And maybe I'm extra salty because I have one wide receiver, one healthy wide receiver right now because half of mine are on buys, but it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
All right, Vinny. Before we move on to our last discussion of the day, and we switch sports because I think we kind of skip. We should skip the other one. With the little time we have left. I want to know who
Mm-hmm.
you think. I want us both to give what we think is going to be the college football playoff.
Who we think the 12 teams are going to be?
Yes,
Okay.
like 1 through 12.
All right. Let's see. Let me pull up the bracket here. Because it's tough with, conference championships still going on, but I'm going to start 1 Ohio State. I think they get the dub over Indiana. At 2, I'm going to put Georgia because I think they beat Alabama. At 3, I guess I'll go with Texas Tech because I don't see BYU beating them. BYU got smoked by them last time when we talked about that. BYU run heavy team, Texas Tech, best rush defense in the nation. Don't think anything's going to change just because it's a championship game. At 4, this is where at 4, I'm going to bump up Oregon because winner of the ACC is not top 4. Winner of any other conference is not a top 4 team. So I'm going to say Big Ten gets 2 in the top 4. I don't know if you can still put Indiana as a first round bye after losing a championship game. That's why I bump Oregon up. Not because I necessarily think Indiana's that much worse than Oregon. Well, actually, while I'm speaking out loud here, didn't Oregon lose to Indiana? They did. So I backtrack because I don't think you can, in good faith, put Oregon above Indiana in the final top 12 when Indiana literally beat them. So I guess Indiana stays number 4. Oregon sticks at number 5. At 6, I'm going to put wow, this is tough. At 6, I'm going to put Alabama. Texas A&M. Jeez. All right, I'm going to say A&M bumps up to 6. I'm going to put Oklahoma 7. Alabama at 8. I think Ole Miss is dropping out of the playoffs completely. And I'll tell you why.
How?
Florida State loses their starting quarterback after an undefeated season, gets knocked out of the playoffs. Granted, 14 playoff, so maybe Ole Miss still squeaks in, but I mean, you lose your head coach at the very end of the season. I don't know how you can still call that a playoff team. And granted, maybe my reaction will be different after we see how many guys are still suiting up, because I'm sure some of these players are going to follow Kiffin and might not play in this playoff game. But like right now, I'm looking at the teams. I think Ole Miss is one that could drop out. So I forget where I was at. I think I had A&M 6, Alabama 7. I got Oklahoma going up. Oklahoma staying at 8. At 9, I'm gonna put. Hmm. This is tough. I guess at 9, I'll go with. Jeez. I don't know. I guess at 9, who do I think gets thrown in is the question. Because if I'm bumping out at Ole Miss, you know what? Fine. 9, we'll leave Ole Miss in there. We'll leave Ole Miss in there.
I was about to say I don't know how you how you bump them out.
I mean, I guess we have to see how they play without Lane, but we won't see that till the playoffs anyway. So I guess we'll bump down Ole Miss to 9. Notre Dame stays at 10. At 11. Oh wait, but oh my God, I forgot about Virginia. This is hard. This is hard to
I
do off
know.
the top of your head. All right, Virginia. I'm gonna put in at 9. Ole Miss 10. I'm going to say Notre Dame stays in at 11, and at 12, I'm going to put Tulane. I have no idea. I don't even know where I started. I don't know what my top 12 looks like, but that's what it is.
All right. I like a little funky chicken, so I'm gonna. Mine's a little interesting, just because I like a good.
Yeah, I wanted to switch things up, but like I didn't know who I could really move.
I guess mine's really not that funky, but mine is a little funky. I've got the Hoosiers taking the top spot after they take down Ohio State.
Okay.
I got Ohio State at 2. You know, you can't take Ohio State out of the top 2. You can't. My personal opinion, you can't take either of them out of the top 2. But I think my boy Mendoza is going to go into the college football playoff undefeated. 3, got the Bulldogs. Got the Georgia Bulldogs. They're going to take down. Oh, shoot. I messed up.
It's not easy to just.
Yeah, no, they can't go up there. For some reason, I thought Oklahoma had a conference championship game, and I don't know why. Sugar, dude. All right, we'll keep Georgia. We'll keep Georgia at 3. 4, we're gonna keep Texas Tech. I think they beat BYU. 5, Oregon will stay. Yeah, 5, Oregon will stay. 6, I'm gonna have to change what I wrote down because for some reason I thought Oklahoma was in the conference championship. I don't know why. I was thinking of the Oklahoma versus Alabama game, which is.
Well, I mean, I guess technically, a team doesn't need to be in the conference championship to be a top 4 team, but I feel like it's unlikely.
Nah, I mean I'm on 6 right now, so 6 I guess I'm gonna have to leave that the same. I think 6. I'm gonna leave Ole Miss. I don't think they move. 7. I'm gonna leave A&M. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna leave A&M at 7, and then I'm gonna leave Oklahoma at 8. Yeah, I'm going to leave Oklahoma at 8. I think Oklahoma beats. No, I think Alabama. Yeah, Alabama loses to Georgia, but I think they get. You always know the CFP committee does some whack stuff. So I think with Alabama's loss to Georgia in the conference championship, I think they move down a spot, and I think they think, oh, we need to have another power. We need to have that final Power 5 conference because Virginia is going to beat Duke, in my opinion. So I think they put Virginia at 9, bump Alabama down to 10. and then Notre Dame gets chalked, and I think 11 is going to be North Texas, and 12 is going to be James Madison.
So you've got both James Madison and North Texas getting in.
Yeah, and Virginia.
Okay.
I
Well,
guess it's not as loopy as I wanted to initially do it because for some reason I thought
I mean
Oklahoma had
James.
a
I
good
mean
game,
James Madison and North Texas bumping out
and I do
Notre
have
Dame will
Indiana
certainly
beating
be
Ohio
something.
State. So
Yeah. I mean, I understand why people say Notre Dame shouldn't be in after playing a very cupcake looking schedule and not having a conference championship. I don't know if I don't know because you need to have 4 conference champions. So if I think
or
if
do they move
Virginia wins,
Virginia to 4?
I can't see Virginia going all the way up to 4. There's no way for beating a Duke team with 5 losses. Mm-mm.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think I think if Virginia wins, you automatically only get one of either the winner of Tulane, North Texas, or James Madison and whoever. I think either way, Notre Dame has to stay. If Virginia wins, if Virginia somehow, well, oh man, I don't. I mean, if Virginia loses, I think then you have an even better shot at Notre Dame staying because then you're not going to have an ACC team in the playoff. Then you might get Tulane or North Texas and James Madison, but I think as much as I understand the Notre Dame and the schedule and everything, I think you have to leave Notre Dame in.
Too late.
Well, I know. I mean, we're not the ones that are going to make the decision, but
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to go off what college football playoff might do, and I think they're whack fellas. So I I don't think they actually with how whack they are. I don't think they would ever leave Notre Dame out. But
yeah.
um,
They also know people are going to watch Notre Dame.
yeah,
Like Notre Dame is going to be probably the most viewed game outside of like the top teams.
I don't know, man. You're telling me if it was, I would watch James Madison versus Oregon.
Well,
I would watch North Texas versus Ole Miss, dude. You crazy?
that might actually be a close competitive game.
Dude, you're high on you're high on their downfall now that there's no Kiffin, dude. Holy.
I am. I am. I mean, what team loses their head coach at right when playoffs are going to start, and then who knows? This could be a spark that inspires the Ole Miss football team
I
and
think
leads
they
them to a
might be,
championship.
dude. I think they
That'd be
might.
that'd be the perfect ending to season 1. If Ole Miss still won the championship this year without Lane Kiffin,
Or still won like a
and
game.
does Lane Kiffin still get a championship ring for coaching part of the season?
Ooh. That's a good question.
I mean, I highly doubt Ole Miss would give him one, but if he made
Yeah.
him enough of a stink about it, maybe they're just like, all right, screw it, here you go.
Yeah, you might have to, you know.
Yeah,
Um
we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I guess we've got a short time left here, but I guess we can talk about this in the next one. Stay tuned for some World Cup talk.
Mm.
Because there's some interesting things. But I just personally wanted to be like, to let everybody know that if they watch college basketball, and if they go to college basketball games, holiday hoops giving is coming up on the 13th, I think. I think it's the 13th. Yes.
You keep talking. I'll find out.
Holiday hoops giving. It is. It's on the 13th. And there's 2 games. Georgia plays Cincinnati at 2, and Auburn plays Chattanooga at 4:30 at the old State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I will be there. I will be on site. My boots will be on the ground. And I will be at this game. Uh, I guess we're not like super popular yet, but if you want to come say what's good, uh, I'll be there with my buddy Devin. Um, and yeah, we'll be watching the Bulldogs play the Bearcats, and then the why am I blanking on what the second game
The
was?
Tigers play the
Yeah, Auburn Chattanooga, and then the Tigers play against the Mocs.
Mocs.
Yeah, the Chattanooga Mocs. Did you know that? Did you know they're
I
called the
did not know that was their
Mocs? Yeah,
mascot.
the
I'm not gonna lie.
Chattanooga Mocs.
Well, buddy, enjoy the trip. Enjoy the hoops. Get lots of videos. Safe travels.
Ooh, this 12-team bracket on ESPN has Virginia at 11, and Tulane at 12.
Mm. I could see that. I mean, even though they win their championship, I could see them still being below teams like Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Alabama. Yeah, I see that.
Well, it has
We're
been
gonna
a
have a lot to
pleasure.
recap next week.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot. We're gonna have episode 3 of the Days of Lane Kiffin. Um,
The Lane Days.
yeah, I'm gonna actually change the title of this podcast right now.
To the Days of Lane Kiffin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and be on the lookout when you see that teaser trailer drop.
Oh, the Days of Lane Kiffin. Updated. Alrighty. Well, yeah, it's been a good fun time, everybody. Been a pleasure. We lost. Where's Vinny?
Did you lose me?
No, okay, I got your camera back. Your camera went MIA there for a second.
Oh no.
Yeah, we've got lots to do, lots to come, lots to happen on the regular fan show. Make sure to check out Dubby. Dubby. Oh, there we go. Nope. There we go. Cameras always whack me up, dude. All right. Make sure to check out dubby.gg. Use code RFS. You get yourself some pre-workout. If you're playing like Madden or FIFA or something, you get Gamer Fuel. They got all of it. They've got many flavors,
Mm-hmm.
and they've got a flavor for you. RFS gets you 10% off at checkout. Check us out on social media, Regular Fan Show, all over the place. You can find us, Finders, Keepers, Losers, Weepers. We'll be there, and we'll be square on all the social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Obviously, if you're watching on YouTube, we're everywhere. Check out the Locker Room SM. S is in
Yes, sir.
SM is in Santa Maria.
Or sports
or
media.
sports media. Locker Room SM on everything. Check us out. What we're building. We've got big builds going on over there. LockerRoomSportsMedia.com. If you want to get the latest news, it's a good fun time. Vinny, did I miss anything?
Got it all. Good job.
Sounds
Go
good.
fix your flat.
Yeah, time to go get my flat tire fixed. But it's been a pleasure. I've been Bruce Juno. That's been Vinny Fredericks. This has been the Regular Fan Show, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.